My wife has the 1.4, so
because we're on.
oh,
But
okay.
I mean, I didn't announce our intro yet.
I feel like I'm a lot louder than you.
Yeah. Okay.
Am I?
Oh yeah, yours is at like an 8.
What are you at?
I was at like a 5.
You should get up to my level.
Yeah. A little too close. Hello. Hello. Maybe I'll just be like this.
Do I look too formal? Should I
Need
take
a
my
pose?
shirt off?
Should have been doing that since the beginning. Good.
Get in there.
Yeah.
Do you have one of those things that wrestlers wear?
Oh, you mean a welterweight championship
Yeah,
belt?
Yeah, can I put that? You can do whatever intro you'd like. Shout it out.
We can cue the drums.
Sound the
All right.
drums.
Oh, I did that? Okay. You good?
Good, man.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Mircko Talks. I am here with Mr. Maxwell Edison Hobbs, and he is a local to San Diego and a very interesting individual, which we will go through today. So, Mr. Hobbs, how's it going?
Oh man, it's good. Another day in paradise, man.
Yeah, it's been pretty nice lately. The weather's has like chilled out a little bit, but it's still nice and sunny San Diego kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to have a bad day here.
Yeah, that's very true. Because I had a buddy, or not a buddy, but I met a guy, and he's like, yeah, I came down from LA, and man, over here, it's like every day's paradise. And I'm like, yeah, traffic, the craziness. Apparently, it gets really hot out there.
Yeah, I mean, it gets hot all over. We kind of lucked out. We're in this like microclimate kind of area.
Yeah, I think the sun's good for us, especially with like that depressive look. Sorry for the neighbors.
Oh.
The whole not to put that on already, but like the whole COVID stuff kind of tends to bring like a bit of a depressive like cloud, over people. So then not only are we like semi-quarantining because we're not like how it was before, but we it's still there.
Yeah.
It's still in the back of our heads.
Well,
And
yeah, people are stuck at their homes. They're not able to go out and enjoy doing what they want to do, whether it's like going to restaurants, bars, the zoo, Disney World, or Disneyland.
Disney World, they did open it, when they opened everything back up. They opened it up for a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that was total chaos.
Oh, yeah. I actually, my last understanding is that they decided not to open back up, but are they open now?
I don't think right now. I think they opened up for a little bit though, wasn't it? I mean, I
know
don't quote me, but
they fully announced that they were going to, and people went apeshit. So
like angrily, or like that they were going to show up.
No,
to go?
they were like, "Why is this happening?"
Yeah,
yeah,
I would say that too.
So.
I mean, I wouldn't have even gone even near the parking lot just to take a look. It looked like it'd just be nuts. Like everybody would try to go, and it's too crazy. Even like a mall is too much,
But
too
at
many
the same
people.
time, people are trying to force their kids back into school.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's.
I think
they're even worse.
Yeah,
they're even worse. They're less careful. They're all over the place. Like we already worry about germs with the kids enough as it is, than having to worry about adults. And we're already worried about adults, just with all that stuff. It's too crazy. It's nuts. It's nuts, dude. So I've been bringing a lot of guests along on this show, and I'm glad that I was able to get you on, because when we were talking about it, then the whole thing hit, and then we were all like, stay back, and
kind of everything screeched to a halt.
Yeah, everything, pretty much everything. I'm surprised my work didn't stop, but it's construction, so I guess military where I was working, it's like military work. Job on a military, spot. But so I guess I lucked out. Were you still working?
Yeah.
The whole time?
So when this whole thing started, I was working finance, and they were like, yeah, everyone stay at home. You can just do it from work or from home. So everyone had to like makeshift an office at their house, which was ridiculous because most of those guys have been in it for so long that they have like homes with kids, and the kids couldn't go to school. So it's just like they're trying to work from home, and the kids are just chaos everywhere. And most of those guys don't have like an office.
Yeah.
So I was like sitting at my kitchen nook because my second bedroom was like
covered in all your gear.
Well, yeah, I had a big like studio suite in there basically, so it's all set up for recording and writing music and editing video and stuff, and
which we'll get into in a little.
Yeah, but you know, I quickly went out and bought a dual monitor system because there's no way I could have worked from home with just my single little like.
Oh, they didn't hook it up?
Well, they give you a laptop.
Oh, like, but it was like.
And I'm like, my hands are like the size of the entire keyboard. So I'm just like manhandling this thing and my fat sausage fingers. So I was like, I'm just going to go get these dual monitors. I'll basically use this laptop as a keyboard and, you know, you make do. And I was doing fine from home, but everyone was afraid to go back to the office because of like things lifting. Yeah. They're like, oh, well, I don't know where everyone's been now. So people were like apprehensive to go back. And you know, you never know.
Yeah, it's, my lady, she works here at the house. And literally this setup where we're at is where she sets up. So as you can see, we have the dual monitors right there. Yeah. And her little modem there is how she connects online, and that she takes phone calls like for her company. You know, they do like billing and stuff. And, you know, I hear her screen going off, and then I come home and she's the only one here with the baby, and the baby's like running in. And then when I get home, he hides and like, you know, just he's being a kid, you know, so he's like, as soon as I step in the door, it's like, hide and go seek, come find me. And sometimes he hides in the office here. And then, or sometimes he'll be saying some stuff and like, oh yeah, mom, this is stinky. And then like, she's on the phone with the client or something, and they're like, she's all, sorry. And they're like, oh, it's so sweet. You're working at home. And she's like, yeah, you know, with the whole setup, blah, 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 with the COVID. And then everyone's pretty much understanding, which is good. Yeah. But it's still, you know, you try to be professional, and, you know, just like you're saying, like people have kids, people are trying to do stuff. Like I know she tells me, you know, sometimes at lunch she'll go and like make something for the baby, and then like makes herself something or whatever. And so she's doing that. And I know that she shouldn't be in a sense, but on her lunch she'll like, you know, go like fix some of the house or do something. And then she'll tell me, and then I'm like, well, why do you do it on your lunch? You know, but then I'm like, you're here, you know, I know that she sees it. And so, you know, you just kind of felt like the urge of like, oh, I got to pick that up. Oh, I got to do this. And so I should probably be proactive with taking care of it on my off time instead of, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. But then she's over here like worrying about it on her lunch or her breaks, you know?
Yeah, it's tough.
So I guess I'm still acclimating.
Well, you wouldn't even be able to comprehend because you're still able to just go out and work. So to you, other than like not being able to go out and do stuff when you are off, it's essentially the same. You know, you go to work every selfish day. No, not at all.
So yeah, you're ganging up on me. Basti, did you tell him?
But yeah, I mean, I totally understand where you're coming from, and when you are working from home, it's hard to divide the work from home because, you know, you can always work more. And you can also, you know, like not work at all. Yeah. Which was my problem, you know, working from home.
Yeah. Oh, was it?
I couldn't even force myself to do anything because I was like, there's the TV and the fridge.
I know.
And the couch.
You're like, I think I'm hungry. And you're like, I don't know if I'm hungry.
I catch myself like napping in the middle of the day, which I would never do normally. Like I'm not a napper, but.
Was your lady working?
No, she hasn't worked for a while.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, she's just enjoying time off, which is cool because that was me like when life care shut down. Yeah. I took a bunch of time off.
Yeah, we used to work at a medical supply company together, which is I met him there, I met my lady there, and we all pretty much know each other. But there was a point where the company that we worked for, I had left already a year or two before, and then the company had shut down. They sold their company to a company out of state or whatever due to like Medicare and government rates and all that. It just wasn't worth it for the company to keep running in California. So long story short, company went out, gave everybody either severances or Yeah, pretty much that's how it was, right? They gave everybody severances if you stuck it out long enough.
Yeah.
And
so if you stayed long, you get a severance on when they let you go, and then if you were like me and you worked until they shut the doors down, I actually collected unemployment for a little while.
Oh yeah,
which was nice because I got to travel. And
did they do severance and then unemployment, or it was just that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice. I think Vasi did that then.
Yeah.
I think she did.
I think anyone who stayed until they basically told you couldn't come into work anymore.
Yeah.
Were able to do it, which was nice.
Yeah, I still like that because technically if somebody would have left on their own account without being told to leave due to restructuring the company or that specific branch, you wouldn't get a severance nor unemployment. You would just have to find your job because that's what you chose to do. So they would start doing it in waves where they would basically let go of people and say, here's a little severance pay to hold you off until you find something else. These people need to manage their car alarms. I'm doing a podcast.
I hope that's not my car, man.
Oh, was it?
No.
Oh. I was like, well, we got to keep going. Keep on going with the show.
Yeah, the show must go on. I don't think I have anything cool in my car right now.
No, everything cool is hiding in this cooler here that's going to keep us refreshed because...
Hopefully these Ultra.
Yes, it is.
Sponsoring today.
Yes, sir. I know. I wish that'd be nice. Can't wait. Can't wait till we get there. We'll get there. Some kind of sponsorships soon. So I met you right at that company, at the medical supply company, and then a big part that intrigued me about what you did was I was told that you were in a band, right? Which you invited us. Within months after I had met you. We went to downtown. I went with Vasti and several friends, and we had a good little group that showed up for you,
Yeah.
To go watch you guys, which was for, what were they called?
Was that Feel Good?
Yes, Feel Good.
Yeah, and we played the...
Yep.
Are you talking about the rooftop?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
that was cool.
That was cool. The Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah, we all, you had a little posse there because we showed up. I still have the pictures. I still have the pictures of those.
Yeah, I think Ian came out to that show.
Yeah, he did.
He bought everyone lemon drops.
Oh, he did. No, I don't know. It was fun. It was just all around. It was fun. I used to see him a lot when I used to come home from work after he had left Life Care already, and we would come, East County, and I would see him all the time in his little white coupe. I don't know what it was. It was like a Miata or something, or a little.
I don't know, man.
I don't even know
something
what it was.
Cool.
Yeah, maybe it was it wasn't an S2000, but it was something like that. But yeah, he was really cool. Kind of quiet guy, but he was real cool guy.
He's a good dude.
He used to work with you closely, right? With the work you guys were doing.
Yeah.
He was part of an alpha split or something with the people that you guys had to deal with.
Yeah, we were doing sleep medicine.
Yeah. Yeah. You still talk to Sammy?
Yeah, he actually. So when I got hired on at Scripps last month, he was basically the deciding factor. They hit him and Julius up, and they were like, "Hey, is there any reason why you would never hire Max back?" And they were like, "No, he's awesome. We want him." So they shooed me in.
Nice.
Yeah, which was kind of cool.
It was his birthday recently.
Sammy's?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was.
How old is he?
I don't know. He's up there. He's got gray hairs. So do I, but I think he's got a little more.
I think we're all getting there, man.
Sorry, Sammy. I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I used to go golfing with him a lot after I had left Life Care because he still hangs out with Julius. And then we would go, we would go golfing. And then Julius's son would go with us, right? My nephew. And then all four of us would go a lot.
I know we were talking about going golfing. We should do that.
Yeah, let's do that. You know who has? Because I know that they weren't doing golf carts in a lot of spots, and they were making people walk with their son. And I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna go do that. I tried to go do soccer golf, and then soccer golf was kind of weird because I had to walk everywhere.
Yeah,
I'm not I might not be the most in shape, but I could definitely, if someone told me let's go run a 5K. And I'd be like, okay, cool, I'm down, and I can run it without stopping. That I might not be the fastest, but I know I could run it without stopping. But I don't want to go play soccer golf. And I'm like, you have to, when you go to a golf course, you have to dress up.
Yeah.
You put a polo on or something.
Yeah.
And then I'm over here, walking, I don't know, just times it. Like, let's just say the median is 250 yards per hole. Or even if it's 200 yards per hole, like...
No, it's about 250, I think,
30,
for most of them.
3,600 yards is a lot of yards, you know? So I played soccer golf, and like I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And then imagine people that walk around with their golf clubs. Get out of here. I'm not gonna do that. So, but I drove to Chula Vista over the weekend, and I saw people riding their golf carts through the golf course. So I think it's in like Bonita area.
Yeah.
So I think we should plan to go there maybe next weekend or this weekend. Maybe
this weekend I'm building a studio for some homies.
You did tell me.
In Rancho Santa Fe.
Nice.
But I work right on Torrey Pines golf course basically over at Scripps.
Oh, you're in you're all the way over there in La Jolla?
Yeah.
You're in La Jolla?
Yeah, and I think if I register myself with that place, what would normally be like $300 per game for like out of towners, I can play for like $36.
Dude, that is dope.
Which is crazy because that's where the PGA Open is.
Do they let you play? Because I know I don't know how much golf you play. I don't play a lot, but because I don't play a lot, I have spoken to some people and I say, hey, you know what? People that play. And they play often, let's just say. And if you don't play that well, like you'll get shooed off the course in a sense.
Oh, yeah. The marshal comes out. And you need to either let these people play through or you...
Oh, okay. So I don't know how that rule works. I don't know how like the unspoken rule works, but I was just mentioning it to you if you didn't know that they do something like that. But would they do that there?
Every golf course does
Well, not all of them are. I mean, I guess
really,
if you do. Yeah, the really good ones. That's what I'm saying. Like the really good ones. I mean, I've gone to like cheapy ones, like Tecolote Canyon. It was like, $28 for 18 holes, which is pretty cheap and pretty good.
Yeah.
But because it's so cheap, they like bunch everybody up. So like you got to be like on it. Like you're pretty much, 4 strokes, maybe 5, and then like you're done. So we used to do like a best ball type of thing, and then that was pretty much like how we would run it, because then it'd be faster. It was, everybody would kind of keep up. You would like, hey, know what? I had a crappy slice, 3 times in a row. I'm just gonna go with the guy who hit it down the fairway,
Yeah, just kick it out of the rough, Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't say I'm like a crack golfer, like crack shot or anything like that. Some of the people that I have golfed with, like my cousin Nathan and some of Cher's relatives, they're pretty good. But, I can keep up for the most part.
Yeah.
But I'm not like trying to go play the craziest.
Right.
I'm down to just go to the driving range and hit some balls if you want.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I find a sense of I find that like that kind of a desolate feel where it seems very like empty. It seems like you have a lot of space in between anybody else, aside from the people that you're with and you're cracking jokes. I mean, I don't mind. I like music. I like having all that, but I also like the sheer just peaceful nature of just hearing the crack of the club on the ball.
Yeah.
And then you just hear wow, and it just goes, and then it might not even go far. It might not be a great hit, but it's very nice. Like I just hear birds.
Like satisfying.
It's very just quiet, and it's very nice because I don't escape the noise. From when I go to work, it's construction. When I drive, it's noise, wind noise, white noise, cars honking, cars braking, cars accelerating. And then you get home and I got a son. And then, or you hear, I know it's not a big deal, but you hear like a fan, you hear phones going off, or you hear the TV on all the time. And then you go to bed and then you don't enjoy the peacefulness because by the time it's peaceful, you're pretty much asleep. Yeah. And then you do it all again, and then your alarm goes off and it's an abrupt noise, and then you just do it all again. So when you actually breathe in that like meditative state where you're actually awake and conscious about it, and you're not trying to like in a sense meditate, but you're just trying to embrace the peacefulness. It's really nice. It's in a sense it is like meditative. Like
there's some clarity in it for sure.
It's nice. I haven't done that in a while, and I feel like even though I've been staying home and I just do that, and even though I've been like I don't go out, or I haven't gone to a bar, or I haven't gone to a club. I don't really go to clubs, but if I did, you know, like I don't have anything that's gone like that in that sense where it's just like kind of crazy or like a little bit of chaos. But even still, like I think a nice round of golf is pretty nice. I have gone hiking though, and that was pretty nice. Sometimes I take my headphones, and then sometimes I put them away and I just run like that, just to hear my footsteps is a pretty nice like metronome-ish type feel where it's just like doof, doof, doof,
Totally.
doof, and then you just go, you hear yourself breathing, you're like you know how your nasal cavity is connected to like your ears, and then so when like you have like this fluctuation of like pressure in your head, so then like you hear like sometimes you get to the point where like that pressure builds up or builds down or whatever that it is. I don't know how to explain it or what the proper way to state it is, but like you hear yourself breathing, you know?
Yeah.
Everybody knows the feeling, right? You guys know the feeling when you gotta blow your ears out or whatever. And I hear that, and that's always super nice. But I have hit a couple trails. Vasi's been hitting up a lot of trails, and she's been hitting up a lot of waterfalls. She's been jumping into the water. She's been doing this like at like 7 a.m. Like she's been doing a lot. Yeah, she's been going like.
So she does it before she goes into work.
No. On the weekends.
Okay.
Or after during the week, she'll go and then she'll hit up some spots in like Santee, or she's done like Cow's Mountain or like Iron Mountain or Quay. We go to like Mount McGinty, which is like going towards not Huckamba, going towards Hamul, kind of.
Yeah.
There's a spot right there, McGinty. It's super nice. I had like this I had this real cool photo. I don't know if you saw it on my Instagram. And my buddy took it of me, and I was just standing there, and the clouds were like up to the peak pretty much, and so it just looked like it was just like an ocean of clouds. Yeah. And he took a picture, and I was just standing right there, and he took it, and I'm like, dude, this looks so dope. It's so sick. It was nice. So Mount McGinty is really cool. It's like Hamul area, and yeah, we went out there at like 6 a.m, and then by the time we got up, you know, it was like 7:30 and whatnot, whatever it was that it took us to actually get up there. It was super nice.
That's really cool.
It was dope. Yeah, man. Hiking's been a big thing ever since the whole thing hit where we all had to stay home, you know?
But yeah, hiking, it's like the only place you can escape to get out of your house.
Yeah, hiking was the only place that they would even let you kind of do something, because at first they would like close them down, and then they'd have certain open ones, and they have certain areas on the San Diego website where they let you pick which trails that were, or not pick, but they would pick, or they had certain trails that they had open or closed, and so they had a little schedule of all that.
Yeah.
So that was cool. That was nice. So what is okay, so the whole part of me bringing you in too is I wanted to just kind of pick your brain a bit with, well, first off, aside from us introducing who you are, what is it that you're, how would I word it? So I met you, and I was intrigued in getting to know you a lot more, and we got along so well, was because I was wanting to get into cinematography, videography type of thing. And then I'd bug you about cameras, and I'm like, oh, this and that. And you're like, oh, yeah, these are cool. Canon's cool. Sony's cool, you know? And, but you were already doing this for a bit, and so was your lady, so which is pretty cool because both of you guys have that in common.
Yeah.
So you were doing mostly cinematography or both?
Like
photography too?
Cinematography, you know, lighting, it was the big focus for me. When I got into it, I went to like a junior college in my hometown in Illinois.
Oh, you did do like a schooling, huh?
Yeah, so I got a little bit of like formal education, and
nice.
The reason I really got into video is because when you take like a major in audio, they make you take a minor in all of mass communication, because it's radio, video, audio, lighting, screenwriting. They want you to have this well-rounded education on it so that you can, you know, if you get a job in it, they can kind of toss you around until you get paid. Because when you get into jobs like that, they tell you right up front, like day one of 101 class of audio or video, this is how you make coffee. Because they know that you're going to intern and you're going to be a runner, and because that's the only way you can work your way up in big studios and stuff. And it's totally true. You know, I worked at Signature Sound for a little while, and I actually jumped over that, but there were so many interns there that I jumped over because they needed a video guy who knew what they were doing, and all the audio interns that wanted to work the studio to, you know, run the boards and record, you know, big names or even just no names that were paying them. You know, they were making coffee for everyone, sweeping the floor, mopping, wrapping cables the correct way.
Yeah.
So that's like your first little bit of education in school is, you know, humility. You're not too big to do anything. And one, that's a good lesson because you should never be like, I'm too cool for this or I'm too good to do these things, because
you got to do a little dirt.
Well, when it comes down to it, like you and I both know that it's pretty like hard work, because, you know, the beautified part of this is like, oh, I'm making art, you know, I'm lighting this and composing this shot, and the movement of the camera is beautiful. But then you you think about how you have to wrap everything up, pack it away, put it in a bag, and carry it miles on your back to get to the location that you wanted to shoot at. And I mean, besides that, you know, what I fell in love with was, you know, I got into it for audio because I was a music person for all of my life up until that point. And I got behind a camera and saw what you could do and what you could make, and I was like, I want to do this more.
Nice socks. Is that a mermaid?
Yeah, it's a mermaid.
Did she have heart emojis on her boobies?
Yeah. No, she's just got really red nipples.
It's a big areolas, bro.
Yeah, dude, those pepperoni nips.
You guys should have seen it. Too bad we can't zoom in on those.
Yeah, maybe someday when you guys are older.
Right on. All right. So you got into audio, you got into your thing, and then because of getting like a minor in video, is that what that was?
Yeah.
And then, so are you more into audio still, or are you more into video now?
Honestly, I think it keeps flip-flopping for me. I have a love for both, and I always focus a lot of my energy towards one for a few months, and then I'll be like, you know what, I want to start working on this now again. So right now, I'd say I'm really deep into audio again. I haven't been doing too much video because it requires being around people, and since COVID hit and people are like, I don't want to be by your disease.
I know. It's kind of nuts.
Yeah, so I just I focus back internally, you know, and turn on my inner introvert, and I've been writing a bunch of music at home. And taking a bunch of master classes in audio and... Oh, yeah? Yeah.
How's that been? I haven't taken any classes on there, but I've been kind of interested.
It's pretty cool. I mean, you're listening to experts who use these programs or these techniques on a daily basis, things that they're so efficient in that you just can't even comprehend until you watch what they do. And you're like, why have I been doing it differently?
This way.
And you just feel like you've been living in the dumb days or something, you know?
Was there something specific that like really was like, whoa?
Yeah. So in Logic, because I'm mainly a Logic user for audio, like that's my DAW of choice.
Logic is a program.
Yeah.
Not the rapper. Nor the common sense.
Yeah. So I actually use Logic on a daily basis, and I had no idea that I had a built-in auto-tune function that you can manipulate note by note. So to my understanding, the only auto-tune that was built into it was this auto plugin that just, you tell it what key signature you're in, and you know, you sound like T-Pain when you sing through it. Mm-hmm. But Melodyne is like the separate program that everyone used to actually manipulate, and I was still using it. And the annoying thing about a Melodyne is you have to run the audio through it. It's like real time, so it takes forever to like read and then actually map out the MIDI notes. This Logic built-in is like Melodyne on crack. You just hit a button, it formulates all the MIDI notes. All you have to do is hit what signature it's in, key signature, and it jumps to the right notes. You double click and they'll jump around. And then it's got all these other functions. So it's really cool. Obviously, if I don't have the program up, it's not like it's gonna be helpful to like to explain in too much detail. But
got it, nerds.
That was the biggest thing that I took away from the masterclass. I was like, I had no idea you could do these things. And I mean, obviously you can learn anything on YouTube. So like, don't spend money on masterclass. You know, go on YouTube if there's something you want to learn. But if you want to know how some of the masters think, how they work, how they do it, you know, it's great to learn efficiency from some people that are like pros in their craft. And you know, I'd love to watch some video master classes too, but right now my main focus is on audio.
What percentage of your audio education, the master class that you've been taking or took, do you use in your creation of like any type of like video? Like, is it more for music, or do you feel like it does more than just 10-20% into video, or is it really just like a 10-20% to video type of thing? Like,
so are you asking how much of my audio knowledge goes into my video creation?
Yeah, like
I would
say,
do you
need a lot to do the video to make it like?
Yeah, so it makes it easier because you don't have to rely on an audio guy if you're trying to achieve like really great audio for your video. You know, because I have this knowledge in audio, I can set up a pretty good audio into my camera, or, you know, on one of my little external zooms, or if I have an interface and I'm like recording a live performance from some kind of artist in town, you know, instead of them like having to record dry in and be like, man, I don't know how this is going to sound because it's going to suck. Like, I can pop on those compressors, EQs, reverbs, and it sounds like they're in a studio if they're out in a field somewhere.
Yeah.
And they can really vibe with their song because it sounds like how they always meant it to sound. So there's no barriers. So it's really nice to have that knowledge or that education, or just even that experience. You know, you don't have to go to school to learn these things.
Right. I mean, I definitely understand that it wouldn't make it worse. Of course, it would definitely, if anything, it'd just make it better. But I was just kind of curious because I'm obviously like a no education, just like YouTube, self-taught, Maxwell taught, you know, whatever questions I can bum off of you, you know, answers I can get off of
and
you.
Usually the wrong answers.
You know, and hey, you know what? Like even just with this, just with the whole just picking what type of a camera itself, just trying to understand what the word or the acronym DSLR meant, you know, was like a big thing. I was like, oh, that's what it is. Oh, mirrorless. Oh, wow, that's what that is. Like, I remember I've been bugging you. That's been since like 2016, and I've bugged you all the time ever since.
Never a bug. Yeah, it's
well,
never
thank you.
bugging, man.
Well, thanks, because I mean I know that I rely on you sometimes, and I sometimes refrain from hitting you up just because I'm like, you know what, maybe if you look for it, you'll retain that information a little more than you would just by asking somebody that can give it to you so easily, you know?
Isn't that funny? You know, I actually did a class with one of my friends who wanted to learn Logic. He had no idea how to use it. And yesterday I went over to his house and I was like, yeah, let's do it. And he was like, yeah, sit down at the computer. I was like, no, you're going to sit at the computer. I'm going to tell you where you should go, because if you don't do those movements on your hand and go to that box to do that setting, you know,
you need to mess up so then you realize where not to go, you know, the trial and error. I feel like I do construction, so there's been a lot where I know that like when I go this one avenue and it doesn't work that way, or it's not as efficient, or, you know, in a sense, worse comes to worse, there's that stigma with the whole prideful thing of in construction, like you want to ask somebody for a favor or a question or a guidance the least amount possible. Yeah. And you want to do it so that nobody says, gosh, every time I bring him around, like I have to cater to him, you know, like like even just looking for something, you know, sometimes I think about asking a question and I go, you know what, I'm going to go look for it myself, really look under every crevice or look through every crevice, under everything. And then if I really can't find it, I might still double check, because like the fact that I got to have somebody and then they come over and they're like, hey, It was right here the whole time. And then I'm like, gosh, I look like an idiot. And then at the same time, too, I learned, like, aside from orientating myself to where things are, at a certain approach and a certain way of doing it, or the technique of doing it, I make sure that I remember it because I did it myself. And I learned that what the wrong way was, because the right way is what felt better or what worked better. So, which is kind of like why it kind of worked out for me in a sense, because you probably have more than triple of what I've ever messaged you. I'm like, no, I want to go do it myself, and I'll go look for it because I've had so many questions. Of course, like video cinematography, and that's just video cinematography. I don't even get into audio with you, really.
Yeah. We've
a lot,
dabbled. We've dabbled.
Yeah. Very, very, very
real
minute.
Quick stuff.
Yeah, very minute amount in comparison to the video stuff. And the video stuff, I know I still don't have everything I need. But I'm still, I'm still learning. I think YouTube is like one of the best resources there is out there. And because it's free, it's like one of the best options, if not the best option to use right now. I mean, that or Vimeo. Don't people use Vimeo? I've never used Vimeo, but
Vimeo is just like a better quality video YouTube. And it's not so instructional. It's not like people have as much access to it.
Oh, really?
But it's cool. I still prefer YouTube because it's like
YouTube's Google based, so it's like all over. They throw it in your face.
It's like the standard.
It's on the phone already, like, right?
Its value is so awesome. You can learn literally anything, and I've learned anything that I've had a question about. I've either found it on YouTube or it wasn't worth learning.
I've done car work and I've figured it out because of YouTube. Because other people are kind enough to, whether they just do it to create more for their channel and to bring more traffic to their channel, which at the same time, it's a relationship, right? You create your content, and then I use that as my benefit because you provide a benefit for me to learn from whatever you're providing. And then I bring traffic to your channel, and I get the benefit of learning, and you get the benefit of my traffic. So then that popularity and that relationship just kind of like, that's what kind of keeps the YouTube world going in a circle. You know what
one of the goofiest things is you'll go to look for something.
Rabbit holes?
And no, well, the rabbit holes, it's a given. If you get on YouTube, you just forget whatever you're doing in 4 hours because it's not happening anymore.
Yeah, no catnaps.
Yeah, but the coolest thing is it could be the shittiest video ever. Like, the worst. But because it's got useful information and instruction in it, there's probably like 400,000 views, if not millions, because no one's taken the time to redo this in a better way because it was useful. And I wonder if someone took the time to go look at like the most viewed videos and just redo them in a more efficient way. Because
don't tell anybody that they go to
no, because the thing is, those have been grandfathered in, and there's no way to outnumber those old videos that have just been like dinosauring on YouTube.
Yeah, unless like it was so bad, or you know what? Just like everything else, like if you modernize or you innovate the way that you present something, because there's things on there from like almost a decade ago. Right?
Longer.
It's pretty close.
Yeah, I think most of it's like the old stuff. Old.
Yeah.
It's like 10 years.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, like sometimes you can find something that's a little older.
We're pretty much 20 years old.
Dude, 10 years ago, you couldn't tell me to do anything. I was being the dumbest person on planet Earth. And I was, 20 years ago, I was still in Illinois, and I had just turned 21. So I was just tearing it up.
Yeah.
Being an idiot. There's definitely not anything I was learning on YouTube.
Yeah, I didn't touch YouTube where I was learning. I only touched YouTube to watch a stupid fight or
like bum fights.
Whatever. Dude, bum
fights, train wrecks.
Bum fights were horrible. Bum fights were, oh my gosh, it was like, yeah, that thing was horrible. They make people take out their teeth for money or like go beat up other bums.
The worst things that the internet's used for was obviously what
that
it was used for.
Wasn't there another one that starts with a B? It was another one. It was just like
it was E-Bombs World. Are you talking about that?
No. It was another one.
Because I mean, there's so many like sub-thread like eBum.
No, like Reddit, like Reddit style. No, you know what? I didn't even discover Reddit until like last year, and I know Reddit's been a while, been around. I know that.
Who are
but
you?
like, I never really got into it because I just didn't get into it. I don't know. I mean, YouTube is like YouTube. YouTube is just like the grandmaster. Like, it's just there. It's been there. Everybody knows YouTube. My mom knows YouTube. She doesn't know Reddit. You know.
Yeah.
My mom watches stuff on YouTube. My mom's 75, and she's still able to, manipulate a phone. But like Reddit, I had friends that worship Reddit more than anything else, and they're on it all the time. But yeah, I didn't know about Reddit. I didn't know what it was. I didn't even have an idea. I just heard about it. You know what I thought it was? I thought it was like a Yelp.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Well,
I didn't think it was.
It's like a naughty Yelp.
Yeah, it is a naughty Yelp. Well, Twitter's pretty bad.
Yeah, but that's like
I ran into
post
stuff.
your BS, you know?
Yeah, Twitter's, I don't know. I ran into that the other day and saw some stuff. It was horrible. It was really bad.
You know what? Instagram's getting pretty raunchy these days, which is
really?
awesome. I love it. Dude, I follow like the grossest Instagrams on planet Earth. Just like the worst people. Like Kevin Flynn is the worst human being, and it's awesome.
What does he do? What is he?
He's got like probably 4 Instagram posts, but my favorite one is white people humor, and it's just the dumbest stuff. It sounds like it's about like white people jokes, but it's really just like him being this terrible person from Florida. So he's posting like nasty things all the time, and I'll show you later. It's great.
I saw like a crank anchor style puppets.
Oh yeah.
Doing like, you know what Mexicans do? When they do stuff like that. Or you know what white people do? And they do one of those. I saw that on TikTok. Oh my gosh, dude, I was dying. I've been trying to find that profile, and I've seen like at least like 6 videos of those on TikTok. And TikTok has definitely been like cracking me up at work. Have you been on TikTok?
TikTok's great. Yeah. I
At first, it kind of seemed kind of kiddish, which was kind of expected. I mean, a lot of the things have been that.
They start off that way, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because younger people are like, "Oh, I'll download this app and mess around on it," and you're like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah, and the kids just.
And then adults come in and they're like, "How can I make this evil and funny and raunchy and just ridiculous and then it's great."
Yeah, it just balances everything out.
Yeah, it takes away all that innocence.
Yeah, TikTok's been like crazy. It's some of the dumbest stuff. And then there's like a new one called Byte. Have you heard of that?
No.
Yeah, it's called Byte. So it's from the I don't know if I'm going to say co-founder or co-owner or whatever, co-creator of Vine. But he's now the guy who's running Byte. But Byte has like a VHS nostalgic look to it.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of kids are on there because I went on there just to check it out. I'm like, oh, this and that. And I heard somebody talk about it, like a known guy that I follow. And they was like, oh, there's this new app, Byte. You better get your username now. And I was like, oh, maybe I should. Like, I went on there and just kind of threw my business name, Mircko Media on there.
Got it.
Because
one try.
Got it. Yeah.
No, didn't even have to pay anyone off.
Nah, I actually was like, what if I got like a famous guy's name and then just put it away? Which I did. I did one. Yeah, I did one. You should
have done several.
I did. I did something, and then I did the name, and then I did official.
Yeah, don't say it on here because people will
I'm not
judge
saying
you.
it. I'm not saying it.
But expect a come up, dude. You're gonna make like 20 grand this year.
Yeah, I was like, hey, you know what? The guy shoots me like something, Yeah, like I got all the names.
Check for the official. Did you do the name and then official? Tight.
Yeah, the real,
The real.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So good.
Yeah,
dude. I know that a lot of people have done that before, and they didn't have to work for years because
years. No, hell no. I'd keep working for sure. I would just use it as an investment, pay some debts, upgrade the gear, and I'd be off to the races, bro. I'd be working, for sure.
Dude,
I'd be working. I'd want to keep working, man. I can't. I'm too young to be. I don't want to work.
Retire?
No, I want to make something. You know what I'd want to do is I'd want to quit my 40-hour job. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Quit the 40-hour job and just focus on the creation, on the creativity part.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as long as you can generate enough income to be happy, who cares?
Yeah, just enough to pay the bills.
Yeah, you don't have to live in a mansion.
Like basically just enough to get me what I'm at right now. I would be fine.
Yeah,
that'd be fine. That'd be great. I have a buddy. I was talking to him. He's a high school buddy. He just hit me up last night, and he's an artist. His name is Naya Bloom. His name used to be Castor Troy, but he changed. He works for
Castor.
He's a part of a label called Icon Collective.
Yeah.
And his name is Castor Troy. There, I think that's from something else also. But I guess somehow through the label, it's legally okay. Which I saw that too because I searched his name at one point. But now he runs under the name Naya Bloom. But he makes like a type of, I think it's kind of like a EDM-ish house music. Like, there's like voice in there. It's not just beats, you know. Like it's like and it's not like a hip hop-ish EDM, but
like
I don't know. I guess
I
kind of, yeah. And he did a pretty cool music video. Maybe I'll show you. I wish I could show you here
on the break,
which would be cool because I know him, but because of his label, I don't think they would let me, and I'd probably get something off of YouTube. Anyways, yeah, he's pretty cool, and I guess when I show you, but just to give you a little bit of a premise on it, it was actually based off of a real interaction, off of a real like, I guess like a real person therapist or whatever, and like this real patient, some type of thing, and then they turned it into some Jabberwocky mixed, like little bit of a story type of thing. It was cool. It was really cool.
Sounds cool.
It was cool, yeah. And I was talking to him, and he was telling me the whole thing and how it went, and I was like, hey, how much? You know, I'm not to be getting into numbers, but like about like how much it costs, but because I want to create music videos myself, and creatively directing is something I want to get into. Like I want to be more of a valuable, cinematographer, because I don't want to be a videographer. I don't want to just hold a camera. I want to be a cinematographer. I want to create. I want to creatively direct. I want to make something so when people come to me, and right now I'm a one-man show, right?
Yep.
That's pretty much what I'm at, which I'm okay with.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I think it's pretty good, especially when you're trying to start out. That's pretty much how you have to go. But I want it to be something where I'm creatively directing, taking charge, and the artist is like, you know what, I like it when he, takes the reins, and then he sets it off, and his ideas just click, boom, 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 and then we go, So like I'm totally down for that. Like that's something I'm trying to embrace, and I'm trying to like really get into. And when I saw his video, I'm like, hey, that was pretty cool. Like that's had some idea to it. Kind of had like a look to like did you ever see that music video that Logic did where he was just like rapping and it was just him in a black tee, black pants, and some Jordans, and then like the whole, like it looked like the Batman warehouse where the whole like top white panels, it was just all white, and then the whole room else it was all black.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, so this guy did a type of shoot kind of like that, but it was pretty good. It had a premise to it. It had a like a beginning, plot, like scene, climax type of thing. Like you kind of get a feel to it. It wasn't just they're just rapping and that's it. Walking down the street. Which a lot of the music videos like that where they just kind of like get to it, get started, they just start rapping. Like I've done those, and those are simple. And I want to make it more complex, and I'm totally down to do that. But yeah, that's ideal. I'd be so down.
Yeah, I mean, most of those simple shoots, they seem like a one-day thing where you just get as much shot as you possibly can, and then you edit together, and it's something.
Right.
It's not like it tells a story or gets you to emote when you watch it. It's just like, okay, here's content.
Yeah, I would love to shoot a story.
And it looks nice, because you took the time to get the shots correct, but
right.
Those always feel like there was no conversation ahead of time that was like, hey, this is what we're going to do that day, and shot lists created ahead of time. And, and what story am I trying to tell? A lot of those
message
things,
am I going to deliver with this?
Yeah, what feeling do I want the viewer to emote or feel when they watch it? Do I want them sad? Do I want them happy? Do I want them to feel like they're questioning, like, whoa, am I doing the right thing with my life right now? Because that makes me feel like I've been messing up.
Yeah.
You know, and those are all things that should be talked about before you even step foot behind the camera.
Yeah.
So, especially if you want something that's like really cool. If you're like, oh, the guy hit me up today and he's like, we need content, then, you know, that's just what it is.
Yeah. No, of course. I mean, as I think, like, you know, the shooter behind the camera is one thing. You know, whatever you can do. Like, I've seen videos, which I think are pretty dope, when I see people with, like, oh, they have a red camera. Mind you, a red camera is like a high quality, you know, over $10,000 camera.
Yeah.
And then people with like a, you know, $500 camera. And then they put the experienced shooter behind the $500 camera, and they put like a newbie in front of the red camera, and then you see, you know, you just see perspective, you see angles, you see, you know, a better, just a better overall approach, and it does have to do with the shooter. You know, it doesn't have to do so much with the equipment, but the equipment obviously aids the warrior in battle. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know, he has a lot of fight in him, but the sharper that blade is, the longer the fight, the better the approach, like the better the attack. Like, the equipment that you have and your weapon of choice, you know, the better it is. Like, yeah, it does help, but creating a story is a whole different thing.
Are you referencing the Parker Walbeck shootout?
Yeah.
So I nerd out on YouTube too.
Yeah.
So it's like,
you saw that?
Clearly we talked about YouTube for like 20 minutes.
Right.
But yeah, it's crazy how someone who has been doing like promotional shooting for commercial, speaking directly about this specific video.
That's funny that you're about that.
Yeah. They knew that you needed to focus on certain aspects of the video instead of just getting good shots that were composed well. You know, they were actually focusing in on, in this case, a product, and they wanted to tell the best possible story of that product in a series of shots. And the inexperienced guy, the footage looked awesome because it's a red camera.
Yeah.
But he didn't know how to grade it, so
yeah,
you know, the colors were off.
I mean, even as, I'm not gonna say every composition was horrible, but even some of the composition was also not, you know, just the placement of where they sat in frame was a big deal too, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, you get an experienced shooter behind something that's 50 times less cost than the guy who's inexperienced. And you really tell the story of, you know, if someone gets behind a really expensive camera, it doesn't matter, because the guy that has experience and understanding and shot composition and just overall experience in artistry, he's going to get the better shoot regardless of the equipment he shoots on.
Yeah.
So it's really cool because there's a bunch of YouTubers and videographers and cinematographers out there that to this day are shooting on equipment that would be deemed, you know, like not that great. But because they know what they're doing with their equipment, they're experienced with it, they're not continuously upgrading just to blow cash.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm going to really get good with this equipment.
That's nice. I wish I could do that.
Well, I mean, it's just a matter of practice. You know, you get out there and you use this equipment over and over again, you're going to understand what you like with it and how to get the shots you want based on what you have. Because upgrading's not an option for a lot of people.
Still kind of baffles me that you understood exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Kind of cracks me up like a lot.
I honed in on it, man.
Yeah, you see that, yeah. I see. You see that, guys? See that?
France.
That's
France.
France? These friends. That's what Vasi's nephew used to say. But anyway, no one would ever get that reference or that secret you know, little joke. But
shout out Vasi's cousin.
Yeah,
you're cool to me.
One of like the Sammy Sosa.
Yeah. Let me pour out some of my beer.
One for the homie.
He's not falling, but you know he's not here, so
he's like 7. No, he's
probably
like
I'll drink that beer
like
then.
8. Yeah, drink it all yourself, sir. Don't waste it.
Mm-hmm.
No, dude, that's cool, man. It's dope. It's dope how, you know, the guy with his eye behind, you know, the lens. Have you seen that guy?
Yes.
Who's on TikTok, and he goes, "Oh, I went up to this one girl and I was gonna shoot a video of her, and then I showed her my TikTok, and she let me shoot a video." Have you seen that?
No.
So they do that, and they go, "Hey, yeah, this is the type of videos I do." They're like, "All right." Excuse me. And then they do like really nice B-roll, really like nice close-ups, and he's a young cat, and I think he does stuff out here in SoCal because I've seen him in areas like where I used to live. Like I used to live in Hemet. He do stuff out there in like Paris or something like that, and then I think he's done stuff.
Paris, California,
guys, not France, not France.
Perris.
Yes, and he's done pretty local stuff. You know,
yeah,
everything in Cali. But I'm assuming you haven't seen that.
No, affordable actually, but
yeah, and I think it's not that it's not a lot, but I think like for an extra 3,000 or 4,000, they put that like phantom drive where like you can summon your vehicle,
yeah,
and it'll show up and pick you up. And I think for another 3, which, you know, like I said, it's not that it's not a lot, but I think for another like 3, I think it can have that auto drive feature.
How quick does it get there though? Because if I'm falling out of a building and I'm like trying to talk to
no.
Okay.
It's not like Batman style. It'll show up, but I think it takes like, you know,
I need that technology.
Like 3 minutes.
Because I'm constantly falling out of
2-3 minutes. I don't know.
Like
I don't know if I have to keep you. I need to get like a monkey leash on you when we hang out or something. One of those Disneyland
yeah,
ones.
like the kids. They're like, this is acceptable because it's a monkey on the leash.
You know what? We don't have a Tesla with that auto thing, so I gotta, you know, I gotta put him on a monkey leash. Is that okay? So we're gonna enter as a 2-for-1 type of thing. Thank you.
He's clearly under 12 years old. Can this kid eat for free?
Look at, he can't even sell any words, right?
No.
I'll just get you drunk enough so you can't. Can you see him? He's just mumbling.
Doesn't even make sense.
He's just mumbling. He can't really say much.
So, you brought up Franco.
Oh yeah, I did bring up Franco.
And I was excited because originally when you were like, "Hey, I want you to come in, you know, do this whole thing. I want you to do it with Franco.
Talk shit on Franco?
And the thing was, when we were together with Franco,
yeah,
I was just goofing the whole time, and he was like, I think he was freaked out.
Remember we said something where I was like, yeah, he's on acid or something like that?
Because I had joked that I had acid tabs on me, which, you know, may have been a joke. May have not been a joke.
Yeah, that was awesome. I think I successfully freaked him out, which I was like so down to just keep it going. And I wish like the night would have just progressed to like more drinking, so then he would have just been more like, dude, your buddy? I don't know. And then he's like, no, Mircko, I don't know. Is he on acid? And I'll be like, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he was questioning it.
And I would have been like, or maybe I would have just gone with it and be like,
yeah,
he does it for the nerves. Like, what?
Yeah, he has some microdose.
It calms him down. Did he touch your hand earlier? And I'm like, oh, he does one of those little acid strips where they just kind of put it on your skin and like it absorbs on the skin. He's gonna be all.
It's like that scene.
Dude, he would have.
Have you watched Harold and Kumar go to White Castle?
Oh, it's been a bit, but I have seen it.
So one of my favorite parts in all of those 3 episodes or saga is this old man is in the waiting room of the hospital with him, and he just slowly spreads his pinky to touch Kumar or Harold or someone. I just remember the guy and his big white beard, and
it's been a bit, but I kind of remember it.
I want that with Franco.
You want that?
I want to be the bearded guy.
I want to see that. I think we should get him on here. He has been hitting me up. He's like, yeah, man, you know, this and that. We'll FaceTime and we'll do it. And I'm like, oh yeah, we'll do that too. Or like, you know, you can come down, you know, as long as you know where you've been. You know, take a little. You know, I don't know if you take a little. You can take pretty much a test at like a CVS or anything like that. You know, and do a little something if you really if we really need to do something like that. But I mean, I know that I've been, pretty solid. I went to the CVS to go do one of those tests and stuff, and everything's been solid.
Yeah.
So
they make us do tests at Scripps all the time. So it's
oh yeah. Oh, that's good. So, but yeah, I think it'd be good. Maybe I'll get one of your mics or something like that, and then we'll make it happen over here when you come over next time or something. Man. But yeah, and then if we do that, then I guess I would have to set this up a certain way, which I can make it work because it's just,
maybe we can make it work. We could do a remote shoot at a new location.
We could.
Yeah, because I've got that whole room in Miramar.
Oh, yeah?
Just set up there.
Yeah, we could do that. That'd be down.
Yeah.
I would enjoy that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We get a new little scenery for Mircko Talks, another episode. That'd be dope.
All right. It's a plan.
All right. Then we'll he's going to see this because he saw the last episode. So, Franco, you're watching this. You're coming on the next episode. If not the next one, because I got another one next week. Unless you guys come on again before this weekend.
Yeah, you'll be on
there.
But
I don't know because he has a studio to build. You're going to come on here. There might be acid. There might not be. I'm not sure.
I'll bring the acid. I'll bring it. We'll get weird.
We'll see how that one goes. Yeah, because that was just Applebee's.
Yeah.
That wasn't even like a
That was my favorite part of the whole day was that we ended up at Applebee's just eating good in the neighborhood, man.
I saw it.
Someone threw it out.
Hey,
they were like,
I saw his face. Like I felt like he couldn't wait to get out. Like he's like, I don't know. No. No.
Frank,
I couldn't. Like I didn't know how to read him in a sense. Like I was like, yeah, man. I don't know. He's just like that. Are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm fine, but I don't.
He was like, you should be on the podcast. And I was like, what? Okay, deal. I'll do it.
I'm already there.
Like,
he's like, what?
This whole world's a podcast.
We're in a podcast right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd freak. I don't know. I think I could see him.
We had a good time.
Yeah, that was good. That was for the little intro.
Yeah.
That's for the intro. But I haven't been doing it for the podcast. I want to do a separate podcast intro, actually. But
where
I want to
get like some action shots of nothing moving.
Yeah, nothing happening. Like, just no, but I wanted to get a lot more people on the podcast to just kind of like and get like a nice little intro for the podcast, and then get people, introduced into Mircko Talks, the podcast. So just separate from Mircko Media, because Mircko Media is just like, all the video work and everything that I do. But Mircko Talks would be, its own thing, because this is more laid back. This is more like uncensored. We just do our thing. Like I don't really care. Like this is for me to so like I said, this is
uncensored.
Yeah, this is uncensored.
Because I've cussed a few times. And I was like, is this weird?
No, it's okay. You're good.
All right.
You're good. I was hoping that when the shots came on, that you would have been like, less clothes on, and I don't know if those mermaid nipples represent what you got going on, but either way, it's fine.
Yeah, maybe I'll take my shoes off later.
Oh,
and show my toes.
Well, you dirty.
Because my socks are toeless.
Obviously. Instead of like the toe
quick
socks,
access for sucking.
Instead of toe socks, they're just toeless. They're all painted.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got them pierced.
Red.
In between the webbing.
Red painting?
Yeah,
web feet.
Yeah, the webbing.
Web feet.
Everyone's got a little bit of webbing in between their toes, man.
Merman, you got web feet? It's like that Disney Channel movie back in the day.
You know what? At work, you know how people do these like things where they're like, "Oh, get to know your coworkers." So everyone puts like a fact about themselves, and it goes into this email chain, and people have to guess who.
I don't know.
Have you done that ever?
I don't know what I'm listening into right now.
So some dude had web toes. Is basically what I'm getting.
Is he a merman?
I don't know, but
did you ask him?
I don't even remember who it was.
Did you look at his hands? What if he had like really webbed hands?
His hands were fine. The toes were webbed.
They were webbed, like both of them.
Yeah.
You saw them?
He's probably a damn good swimmer.
You saw them?
I didn't see them.
He probably
wouldn't show
bodyboards.
people. I think he lied about it so that people would think he was cool, but no one thought it was cool.
Would you guys want to lie about having webbed feet?
would you lie about webbed feet to be cool?
Imagine. Like, they just put it on just so they could be like, yeah, I got webbed feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like that? You want to come
into
over?
That? What's up?
What's up, girl? That would be horrible. That would be like, that would be weird. That would for sure be weird.
Yeah.
Imagine like somehow it gets home to him in a way, and his lady's like, "What? Yeah, but what if she never saw his web feet?"
I mean, who gets really close to people's feet unless they're really into feet?
It could be like a fetish thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and how infrequent is a foot fetish? Because people are mostly just like, gross.
You're not into feet?
I am, obviously. I've got total sucks.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not.
I'm like one of those 1%ers.
I'm not into feet. So you're into? Are you into his feet?
Who's he? The
web feet guy?
Yeah. No.
No. Not into guy feet. Well, just women feet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Or your feet.
Mainly my feet, but you know, if I can't
so
get
your
access,
lady's into feet.
Yeah. No, she's not.
Hey, Shay.
So,
sorry, I had to ask that. I had to ask that question. I didn't know. I didn't mean to get into the personal life, but
no, it's okay. The feet joke is an ongoing joke that I actually have with my sister-in-law. She shares sister, obviously.
Oh,
so
she wear toeless socks?
No, she was like starting to date this girl, and she was like, what should I text her? And this was like at the end of a party that we just threw a rager at Cher's parents' house because their parents were out of town. And I was like, ask her if she's down to suck toes. And I was like, if she says she's down, then she's probably a keeper. You can just keep her around. She's down to do anything. And if she doesn't, or if she stops texting you, you know, she sucks. And she was like, what? And Cher's cousin heard what I said and like could not stop laughing. He was crying laughing. And from then on, it's just been an ongoing thing where we're like, well, do they suck toes?
Then
then they're probably cool to keep around.
I think we have to mention that.
So, you know, if you're unsure, you guys are on the fence about who you're seeing, or, you know, it's like the early stages, honeymoon phase is kind of fading away. Ask them if they're down to suck toes. And
do you guys hear that?
And if they'll suck your toe, they'll probably stick around for a while.
That's going to be the thumbnail and the title of my discussion of You Suck Toes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that'll be it. I think that'll be like part of the title for sure.
To clarify, you don't need to make them suck your toe. Just
no, you don't need to do it. No.
Ask them if they'll do it.
No, I don't know. Nothing illegal. Okay, just by you can ask. It's just not illegal. Maybe sucking toe. I don't know.
I mean, if
more than one
sucking toes was illegal, I don't want to be following the law.
I know that you would break the law regardless if it was about sucking toes
or anything. Just if there's a law, I'm gonna break it.
You know, now that you say toes, there was a guy at this Walmart over here that I went to, and it was like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And we had like a Halloween party to go to. And it was like a neighborhood Walmart, right? Like these Walmarts don't have everything, right? They just had like random stuff. And then I bought like Halloween fingers. And I took them into the line. And this guy had like an accent, you know? And he looks at me and goes, "Are those real fingers?" And my lady and I were like, "They're no," and he's like, "Oh, okay," and like he was like serious, like he like
were they on or off?
No, they were off. They were in like they were like candy fingers.
Oh my god!
But it was like something where that it stuck with us, you know, and so like every time I see him and I go, "Hey, they're not real fingers," and he goes, "What?" He doesn't know what I'm talking about, but he said it with such sincerity, that like I now picture his face every time I go to that Walmart and he does my stuff. I want to get things that
Wait,
look like
the dude still works there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a weirdo. I mean, he's probably a nice guy, but he was a weirdo to be like, hey, are those real fingers? That's how it went, and I'm not even joking.
I was hoping you were wearing them somehow.
No, I'm not even joking. They were in a package, but they didn't even look that real. I don't know. Maybe they did look real, but not real. Like, I don't care. They're in a package at Walmart. Like, no one's going to think that they're real.
Maybe he was on acid.
Maybe he's one of your buddies.
You know what? Speaking of
maybe
on
he's
acid,
your dealer.
There's this guy that consistently is on acid at Taco Bell. And I'll go there and he'll tell me a new story about how he was on acid at work. And I'm like, dude, we're not friends. I don't even know who you are. I just come here to get Taco Bell. And he's like,
the acid in your Taco Bell.
I don't.
And then you went with us.
And now I'm addicted.
Then you went with us to Applebee's.
Yeah.
That was when you went with us to Applebee's.
No, this guy.
Because he hooked it up in your chalupa.
North Park. Taco Bell.
That sour cream had acid. And you thought it was sour, but it wasn't just sour because of the sour cream.
It was sweet.
It had a little extra, like, into the sour cream. And that's why you showed up at Applebee's.
All right, enough. Acid.
No, that's what happened. Sorry, are we going to get you fired?
No.
Oh, okay. Good.
Dude,
you're a freelance guy?
Sammy gave me the okay.
He gave you the okay to be on acid.
They can't fire me from anywhere because I got the Sammy right off.
Hey, if you get a drug test within this week because somehow this podcast came out and somebody's radar, let me know, please.
All right.
On the next one and be like, you know what? I had to get a drug test because they thought I was on acid.
Not safe to talk on Mircko's on his podcast because he's a narc.
It's super safe. No, it wasn't
like
me.
some 21 Jump Street shit.
You never know. Are those real toes? That's probably what the guy would have said if he saw yours out of your socks. He probably would have said the same
never
thing
in
if you're wearing flip-flops.
Yeah, they're never in
Yeah,
socks.
that's what I'm saying. But they would have been in socks just hugging just the part of the foot like this.
So
your toes would have just been
the toe. So
just
the
your
toes.
Your toes would have looked like Joe Pesci's head on Home Alone when he just has like the whole part burnt off.
You remember when I was wearing those beanies to work? He called me Joe Pesci. You look like Home Alone, dude. I thought you were talking about his fingerless gloves.
No, when he puts his head into the toilet, he's like,
because the flame burned.
They had the blowtorch, and he put his head into he did like a handstand, and he put his head in kerosene.
He's pretty nimble
in the toilet
for being so like short and stocky. That had to have been a.
He wasn't even like So that was Joe Pesci, but who was the other guy? The guy who played the Penguin.
The guy who played Penguin?
Yeah.
His name's Danny DeVito.
Oh, yeah, it was. They're like the same.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. They're both
I think Danny DeVito is way shorter. But they might be the same.
Yeah, you know, Danny DeVito looks like he's kind of squashed.
When they throw Joe Pesci in that open grave in Casino, you get this shot of his calves, and you know he's short because the calves are like pressed down and round. You know,
like super tiny. Like
when you see really short people, not to be mean, but anyone short,
like a Disneyland turkey leg that you buy,
the calves they get bulbous. It's like everything's been compressed down.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah, bulbous. Just like
watch Casino, guys. If I'm wrong, you can kill me.
You got it. Him. Not me. Make sure he's on acid, though, because he's really funny. So you'll probably bury him like Will Ferrell gets buried in Step Brothers. You're like, what are you doing? Nothing. I'm just going to bury you. What does he say?
Shut up. Shut up.
I'm going to beat you with a bar. What do you say? I'm going to fill a pillowcase with bars of soap.
Beat your ass with it.
I'm going to beat your ass. That was a dope movie. That one was pretty good. I like that one.
Great movies.
Yeah, hell yeah. That one was pretty good. I like it when he goes, why are you sweaty? When the brother comes in, he's like, I was watching Cops.
I know the Cops doesn't come on for another half hour. Idiots.
He looks at his drumsticks and he's like, did you touch my drum set?
So.
I think they've gotten to know you plenty, though. I think. I think, at least for the time being, because then when Franco comes on, then we'll end up going over. Weird. Then
I'll make sure I show up drunk.
Yeah, on acid.
Drunk on acid. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good. You can invite the taco guy?
Dude.
Taco Bell?
He's my best friend.
He's just gonna wait on the sidelines. He's gonna be our every time I get a cut for any reason or any bathroom breaks, he's gonna be there to just give it to us. Just acid just gonna come up. No. Yeah, acid tacos.
I just want him to be here and be my personal.
I just want Franco to be super nervous and scared.
Concerned. I don't care if he's nervous or.
I kind of want it all.
Concerned.
I want to, and then he's probably gonna show some magic tricks because I know he likes to do magic. So I'm gonna be like, all right, you're gonna show some magic trick.
I'll make sure I fall through the desk.
And then this just shatters. This is a glass table, so it'll just
I think it's shatter. That good Pyrex stuff, so it's gonna break into little cubes.
You think so?
No, it's glass.
No, it'll probably just shatter. Kill me. Probably hit like a main artery in his leg, and then all of a sudden we got to worry about like some crazy critical podcast. But I have to live stream it at that point.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was. Did I get something? No.
Oh, we're picking up some radio frequency.
Oh, you hear that? Did you guys hear that? I don't think you guys heard that. I think only we heard that. Wait. Let's see.
Someone's got a ham radio.
Ham?
Yeah. Here it is.
Oh, a hand radio.
Ham.
My goodness. Him need a rat tacos. Human is rat tacos. Shame on the mess.
Dude, I think we got some drug dealers talking in code.
They're talking about rat tacos. Hey, can we place an order for some rat tacos, please?
If we hear a squelch again, we know it's coming. That is so weird, man. Isn't audio strange? It can just come from nowhere.
It did. I don't. Are you guys in a? Are they in a? Do you think they're in a truck? Like a CV radio? You think a CV radio would interfere?
Possibly.
Hello, Niner. I want to place a order for some rat tacos, please.
There's no way they can hear us because we're not sending out a signal, but somehow the reception on your H6 or these microphones specifically is picking it up.
They can hear us?
We can hear them. I don't think they can hear us.
I want to hear some more secret stuff. I hope it made it onto the podcast.
I guarantee.
It did?
You playing that back, you'll hear it.
Oh, good. I hope I hear. Let's see. Nothing?
Put your ear to the mic.
I feel like the more I put my ear to the mic.
Nah. Yeah,
maybe
put your ear to the mic.
Maybe the more
the sound comes out of.
Maybe the more we drink, and I put my ear towards the mic, I'll hear it.
Cheers.
Nothing. Maybe they stopped because we started like deciphering their code. They probably know that we know rat tacos.
They're gonna kill a snitch and eat them.
Sounds good. Do you think they use like
chimichurri? Yep.
Oh, chimichurri is Argentinian. That's pretty good. We use that in our stuff too. We're Peruvian, but you know, we use that stuff.
Some ceviche.
But he sounded like he was Texan. He's like some rat tacos.
Yeah, they were probably like some shitty. Oh, here he is.
I wonder if that 422 eat his own tacos. Some come to my mind like he might be a vegan.
A vegan?
He's still selling tacos. He's selling wrap tacos.
What in the fuck?
He's selling wrap tacos. Nose sticking out one end and the tail sticking out the other. That's what he said. He's gonna sell some wrap tacos. What's this? What in the world is that fucking world coming to?
Indeed. What is this world coming to?
Where are these guys at that this is somehow making its way here? There's a truck stop. They sell jet fuel. Not jet fuel, but they sell like for high performance vehicles.
Yeah.
They sell fuel. And I think that's probably where they're at.
Dude.
He must be gassing out.
You need to go podcast with these guys.
Dude. Rat Taco?
They got some stories, clearly.
Dude. He's like, did you hear him? He's all, I think he's a vegan.
Vegan.
He's a vegan. He's selling rat tacos. The head sticking.
Hello, caretaker. I'll be copying mail on you sometimes, sandbagging, doggone. You have so much fun on your radio. Good hearing your voice up on the radio each and every time we do hear you, no doubt about it. Oh, my goodness. He had him going over the weekend. But I don't know. That man be cracking me up.
Have you gotten interference like this ever?
This is the first time.
This is awesome.
Are we on acid?
I have a confession.
What did you do?
I may have slipped a tab into your open beer.
I knew I'd left.
That's what it's all about, that's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah. We try to get out there and have a hoopla, but have a little fun.
Blah.
Somebody want to get in there and act a stupid fool, then I got to turn my back on it.
Whoa.
I just come to the conclusion whether action, there's a reaction, and there ain't nobody getting nowhere. Gone.
That's just science. That's
he-
just science.
He nasty. What is he talking about? I need a CV radio. I need to talk to my homeboys. I feel like in that one episode of 70 Show.
Yeah.
You remember that? When he talked to
Those truckers?
he's talking to like those chubby girls.
Oh.
They sounded like they were chubby girls, so Fez is the only one that gets out of the van. And they're like, oh no, we're not singing with those. And Fez is like, all girls need love. And he gets out and Kelso and what's his face get out. And then Fez finds out and then they're like
Foreman.
3 hot girls. No, not Foreman, the other cat.
Oh, Kelso.
No, not Kelso. Kelso left.
Oh, the guy that has all those allegations.
Yeah, with the
against
fro.
him.
With the fro. Oh my gosh.
What's his name in the show?
Dude, I've watched so many episodes.
I don't know.
So apparently I got truckers on the podcast.
We got it. We finally got him, guys. You asked for it. We delivered.
Oh, yeah, I know you've been doing it for years and years, too. So, hey, I got 10 minutes to 8. I got to call somebody at 8 o'clock. I don't have my phone around me. I think it's still left out in my pickup truck somewhere. But, hey, doggone it. Good hearing you, and I got to make it a gig-go. Caretaker, appreciate it. Appreciate the doggone Cuso. Your ugly brother, 210 down here on the border. Tipping my hat your way. Bye-bye.
On the border?
Bye-bye.
How's he on the border and all the way over here?
San Diego. No.
He'd have to be pretty far. How's that frequency making its way all the way over here?
You got the magic zoom, dude.
Dude. I need this. I need to start hosting podcasts on the daily from what it seems like. No, it's not going to be chopped. I don't do anything.
You don't do
I
chopping?
No, dude, I light everything up and everything's game, dude. Everything is game. This is like, you know who's the ideal guy? Is like freaking like Joe Rogan status. You know, you do it, you talk, everything's normal. I was hoping our trucker guys would have had a last farewell, but
They did. They said, hey,
I know.
10-4,
I was getting greedy. I was getting greedy. I wanted another.
You wanted a sign off by them, and we, yeah, that
I
happens.
know. I'm like, come back.
They It's a one-way audio signal. They're sending it to us. We're not sending it to them.
I know. Well, we don't have a CV, which would have been dope to get. Maybe we should try that.
What I was saying is ham, H-A-M.
What is that?
I don't know. But people have
making
them.
Shit up?
No, it's like a thing. People have it on their, like...
Are you just hungry?
No. They have it, like, on those, like, covers for their license plates, and they're like, ham radio forever for life or some shit.
Is that like a Jeep thing?
No, it's
this
just
guy's
like,
a trucker.
Well, yeah.
Because he left his phone in his truck.
Apparently, ham radio is like this really cool thing that I have no idea about because I don't care.
So it's like a CV radio.
I don't know. If I told you yes, then I'm probably wrong.
How about just say yes because I think that's what it is, or you're just making shit up.
It's like
right now.
It's like how people listen in on like cop calls and shit, but not because they talk to each other because it's ham radio.
Oh,
so
that's
like,
different.
Hey there, big trucker,
big fella.
This is Doodad 22. You know.
Is that how it goes?
I don't know.
You know more about ham radio than I.
At this point, I'm speculating entirely. I have nothing to do with ham radio, but I
feel like
maybe we'd get a better signal if we had one. That's probably the right speculation.
So what you're saying, to enhance this podcast,
no,
I need to get a ham radio to make it interesting for you guys. Is that what you're saying? You
need to get like one of those shields that keep signals out, so you don't have to listen to Rat Taco.
You know what? That's gnarly. This guy's like, he's a vegan. He's a vegan.
He said he was vegan, but those are Rat Tacos.
But I see the head sticking out the front and the tail sticking out the back of the taco. No, that guy's crazy.
I still think it's code for killing someone. He sounds like
the guy that goes, pink champagne. The guy from Jeepers Creepers.
All right.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's that guy. That's the guy, dude.
Did
you guys hear the voice? Have you guys heard the voice, which I'm hoping you guys did on this audio? I'm hoping you guys did. If not, this whole last segment of this podcast is like BS and we just sound crazy. But there were people talking and like somehow their frequency meshed into ours and somehow it got onto our podcast.
We did it, guys. We hacked the truckers in San Diego. We don't ask us how. We did it. And now you get to listen.
Imagine if that was like... I'm not high right now, but imagine if that was like some like trafficking thing. That'd be nuts, dude.
See, that'd
be fucking nuts. The guy was like, I'm here at the border. And then I'm like, oh, dude.
What I was hoping is they just killed a snitch and made tacos.
Oh, dude, no, but like seriously, like I see so many things and how they talk about like in San Diego, the trafficking. It's nuts, dude.
It's all over.
It's scary. That's scary. You know how paranoid I am with my kid? Like I go to the store. I heard that like at the mall over here in El Cajon.
Yeah.
At the mall, that in broad daylight, they try to like kidnap somebody.
Yeah, they'll take them.
Yeah, and like that's
like I used to be concerned about dogs being stolen, and it's literally human beings.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Like that's a lot. Like if anything happened to my kid, no. Anybody try to snatch my kid, like by all means, something's gonna be severed at some point, and it's not gonna be me. You know what I mean? Like something's gonna happen. Like I don't know, something's gonna happen. You're
gonna detach one of their limbs. Yeah, from their body.
I will snatch it off of their body. Yeah. Whatever they used to grab my kid is what I'm gonna detach from them
forever.
And it's just gonna like I'm gonna watch them watch me hold it in my hand. Like this is getting crazy. This is getting crazy right now. But yes,
revenge.
Yes, no, it would just happen immediately.
Justice.
Revenge is like something I feel like people take too much time to get back to. I feel like an immediate avengement or whatever. I just made up a word, but that would happen.
Legit.
That would happen. I would snatch a guy real quick.
If I was a parent, I would feel exactly the same way.
Yeah, I bet. I know what you like on acid, so I know.
Yeah, everyone's my child on acid.
He's like, Franco.
You're my child.
I love you. I protect you.
I would never fake a Spanish accent.
They're chicken fingers. Yeah, that would be crazy.
That would be rude.
Would it?
Yeah.
Franco wouldn't feel rude. Franco
already feels uncomfortable around me.
No, he's just nervous. He's like, are these white people?
He's not nervous.
Are these white people?
No.
These how white people act?
I think he was the one who suggested Applebee's. He clearly loves white people.
I kind of want to go. Like, I want some food. That sounds good.
I wish they would serve us.
They would. They serve you outside.
Is there an outdoors to the Applebee's that I don't know about?
Yeah, they put it in the parking lot. Yeah. They set up a parking lot with canopies.
You want to go to Applebee's?
Yeah. You want to go to Applebee's? Okay, let's get this podcast. Yeah, I know we need Franco, but, you know, we can have him there in spirit.
All right.
Hey, guys. We're going to close this podcast up. I appreciate you guys joining us on our random interaction. You guys got to know Maxwell. Just so you know, he does cinematography. You also were doing are you still doing attire, like printing shirts and doing stuff like that too?
Yeah, here and there. Okay. It just depends on.
I guess it's good to mention if the workload is there. You know, he might chime in and step into it. He does photography. His lady does photography. He does cinematography. He does music. He curates the music. He has a studio where he makes music. He used to be in a band. He was a musician. He does it all. So if you guys need anything, either DM me or hit him up on his Instagram.
At Maxwell Hobbs.
Maxwell Hobbs. So Hobbs is with 2 B's. Hobbs. I don't think.
Yeah, no E in there.
Hobbs. No E. Oh, yeah, no E.
Well, except for the...
So Maxwell. Normal. If you can't spell Maxwell, then get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Maxwell Hobbs. That's for his Instagram. And you can pretty much hit him up there. And don't forget to subscribe to Mircko Talks, which my podcast is all over the place on Apple. I think Google Podcast is changing, so I think I need to fix something on Google. Because Google's been messaging me or giving me something about changing to Google Podcasts aside from Google Play Music. I don't know. It must be different. But I'm on Apple Podcasts, I'm on Spotify, and I'm on Anchor. You can check that out as you're obviously watching this on YouTube or as I'm obviously posting this up on Anchor. You guys are obviously listening to this, and my video is on YouTube as Mircko Media, or you can search Mircko Talks, and I should be popping up. So this is Maxwell Edison Hobbs, and we are out of here. Okay? Thanks, guys. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Awesome.
Anytime.
Thanks for coming in. It was good. Be careful with them rat tacos.
Not bad, man.
I want up that 422 eat his own tacos. Some come to my mind like he might be a vegan.
A vegan?
But he's still selling tacos. He's selling wrap tacos, sir.
What in the fuck?